All right, today we are doing page 86 in our Grammar Boost book, and we are going to make some compound sentences with conjunctions in between. So we have two sentences, and we're going to put a conjunction in the middle of them. And remember from yesterday, these are our conjunctions that we use: and, but, or, so, and because, and they go in between two sentences to make one sentence. All right, so we're going to first read this sentence and then we're going to fix it so that it goes together. Jane has a round box. Penny has 4 large ones. So we need to pick a conjunction. And how I do this is I just try them and see which one makes sense. Jane has a round box and Penny has 4 large ones. That makes sense. So let's use that one. Jane has a round box and, that's our conjunction, Penny, we're going to have to write down below, Penny has 4 large ones. Okay, so I just want you to write down below like I did. And that's our conjunction that puts those two sentences together. And since we have these two sentences put together, we only need a period at the end. Okay? Ted put on a hat. Blank, the air was cold. Ted put on a hat and the air was cold. Ted put on a hat, but the air was cold. Ted put on a hat or the air was cold. Ted put on a hat so the air was cold. He didn't do it so the air was cold. Ted put on a hat because the air was cold. Is that the reason why Ted put on the hat? Yes. Ted put on a hat because the air, almost spelled air wrong, was cold. Period at the end. Ted put on a hat because the air was cold. So we use that because in there. All right. Let's go ahead and go on to the next one. I liked the whole show. Mom liked none of it. I liked the whole show and Mom liked none of it. Let's see if there's another one that fits better because we already used and. I liked the whole show, but Mom liked none of it. Yeah, that fits, doesn't it? I liked the whole show, but Mom liked none of it. And you know what? Mom needs to be lowercase because it's not the beginning of a sentence anymore. Mom liked none of it. There we go. All right, let's go to the next one. The baby was having trouble. He fell off the bed. The baby was having trouble and he fell off the bed. Yeah, I think that's good. And some of these, you could have more than one of them in there. It's just whatever you would like. It has to make sense, but if it makes sense, you can use it. Like we wouldn't say the baby was having trouble, but he fell off the bed. That doesn't make any sense. The baby was having trouble and he fell off the bed. Do you notice how also this is not capital in the sentence? This one is because it's a proper noun. But these are all lowercase because they're not the beginning of the sentence anymore. They're in the middle. Okay. Dad said to point to the birds. We only saw one. Dad said to point to the birds, and we only saw one. That would work. Let's see if there's another one. Dad said to point to the birds, but we only saw one. That would work. Dad said to point to the birds, or we only saw one. No. Dad said to point to the birds, so we only saw one. No. Dad said to point to the birds because we only saw one. So maybe we should use but. Dad said to point to the birds, but we only saw one. Period at the end. And remember, this is not the beginning of a sentence, so it's lowercase now. All right, so we use two sentences, and we use a conjunction in between to put the two sentences together and make one. All right, now you're going to go ahead and find all of these and highlight or circle them.